Curiosities about fungi with psychedelic effects. Number 10. Clinical research. Clinical research is an important part of understanding the psychedelic effects of fungi. This type of research can help us better understand the potential therapeutic benefits of psychedelics from fungi, as well as the risks and side effects. Clinical trials usually involve administering psychedelics to study participants in a controlled setting and measuring changes in behavior, cognition, and psychological well-being. Such research can help us to better understand how psychedelics affect the body and brain, and what potential benefits or risks may be associated with use. Number 9. Emotional effects. Fungi with psychedelic effects can have a variety of emotional effects, ranging from a feeling of connection to nature and its beauty, to feelings of awe and wonder. Psychedelic mushrooms have been used for centuries by various cultures for spiritual and religious purposes, as they can produce feelings of transcendence and enlightenment. They can also lead to a sense of calmness and tranquility, helping to reduce stress and anxiety. Other emotional effects associated with psychedelic fungi include a heightened sense of creativity, insight, and awareness. In addition, many users have reported a feeling of unity and connection with others, and a stronger appreciation for life. Number 8. Legality. The legality of fungi with psychedelic effects greatly varies from country to country. In the United States, for example, possession of mushrooms containing the psychedelic substance psilocybin is considered illegal under the Controlled Substances Act. In the UK, most fungi containing psychedelic compounds are illegal. However, there are some exceptions, such as the sale of fresh magic mushrooms, which is legal. In some countries, such as Canada, the use and possession of fungi containing psilocybin is decriminalized. In other countries, such as Brazil, fungi with psychedelic effects are legal for religious and spiritual purposes. In most countries, however, the cultivation, sale and possession of fungi with psychedelic effects are still considered illegal. Number 7. Toxicology. Toxicology is an important part of understanding the effects of fungi with psychedelic effects. Toxicology studies the toxic effects of substances on living organisms and ecosystems. This is important when studying fungi with psychedelic effects, as the effects of these fungi on the human body and on the environment are not yet fully understood. When researching psychedelic fungi, toxicologists must consider the potential for toxicity, such as the physical toxicity of the fungi, as well as the psychological effects of consuming the fungi. Additionally, toxicologists must consider the potential for the fungi to interact with other substances in the body, such as medicines, or with other organisms, such as other fungi. Through toxicological studies, scientists can gain a better understanding of the potential risks and benefits of consuming psychedelic fungi, which can help to inform decisions about their medical or recreational use. Number 6. Dosage. Dosage is one of the major factors in determining the effects of a psychedelic mushroom. Generally, a low dose will result in a milder experience, while a higher dose can create a more intense and unpredictable experience. The optimal dose for a person depends on several factors, including their body weight, age, and medical history. It's important to use caution when consuming psychedelic mushrooms, as the effects can vary depending on the strain. Additionally, it's important to remember that the effects of mushrooms can last for several hours, so it's important to set aside plenty of time for the experience. Number 5. Sensory effects. Fungi with psychedelic effects can have a wide array of sensory effects on those who consume it, ranging from visual distortions of color, shape, and size, to altered auditory and tactile perceptions. These effects can include an increased awareness of color and sound, as well as feelings of euphoria and increased energy. Many people also report experiencing hallucinations, a feeling of being outside of one's body, and increased introspection. Additionally, consumption of fungi with psychedelic effects can evoke a feeling of deep connection with nature, as well as a sense of spiritual awe. Number 4. Composition. The composition of fungi with psychedelic effects can vary greatly depending on the species. The most common psychedelic mushrooms contain the psychoactive compounds psilocybin and psilocin, both of which produce psychedelic effects. Other compounds which may be present in some species include biocystin, norbiocystin, tryptamine, bufotenin, and muscimol. Different species may contain different levels and combinations of these compounds, and the composition and effects can also vary based on the growing conditions and age of the specimen. Number 3. Species occurrence around the world. Fungi with psychedelic effects can be found throughout the world. For instance, the psilocybin mushroom, which contains the psychedelic compound psilocybin, is found in many parts of the world, including the United States, Canada, Central and South America, Europe, and Asia. Similarly, the fly agaric mushroom, which contains the psychoactive compound muscimol, can be found in the Northern Hemisphere, although it is found most prevalently in the forests of Europe, Asia, and North America. Other psychedelic fungi, such as the Gymnopolis junoneus, can also be found across the globe, with its natural habitats ranging from the US to Thailand. Number 2. Modern history. Modern history of fungi with psychedelic effects dates back to the early 1900s. The use of psilocybin mushrooms for their psychedelic properties was discovered by the indigenous populations of Mesoamerica, who used them in their religious ceremonies and healing rituals. In 1956, the Swiss chemist Albert Hofmann first synthesized the substance that would later become known as LSD, lysergic acid diethylamide. The drug quickly became popular among members of the counterculture of the 1960s, and its use became widespread. In the 1970s, the use of psychedelics, including psilocybin, was criminalized in many countries, although some researchers continued to study the potential therapeutic uses of these substances. In the 1990s, the public's interest in the psychedelic properties of fungi was renewed, and a number of books, documentaries, and scientific studies were published. In recent years, a growing number of studies have been conducted on the potential therapeutic effects of psilocybin, and a number of countries have decriminalized the use of psychedelics for medical purposes. Number 1. Early history. Fungi with psychedelic effects have a long history of use in many cultures and societies, with some of the earliest evidence of their use dating back to ancient Egypt. In Japanese culture, the consumption of Amanita muscaria, a mushroom with hallucinogenic effects, was documented by the Chinese writer Xu Qing in the 3rd century BCE. Native Americans in the southwestern United States also ingested mushrooms to produce a hallucinogenic experience, and the Aztecs used the mushroom psilocybin mushrooms for religious rituals. In the 1950s, psilocybin and other psychedelic compounds derived from fungi were the subject of scientific research, with Dr. Albert Hofmann synthesizing psilocybin in the lab and helping to further popularize the effects of psychedelic compounds. In the 1960s, psychedelic mushrooms gained widespread popularity in the counterculture movement, and they continue to be used today both recreationally and for spiritual purposes. Hey everyone! Thank you for watching this video about the fascinating world of fungi with psychedelic effects. We hope you enjoyed learning about these curious organisms. Be sure to check out our other videos to explore more curiosities around the world. Until next time, goodbye.